Hey, what's up everyone? Another video this time in the series on the LG washer dryer. This time about cleaning your machine. Now you can see I've got the front load version, but what's happening now, if I turn it on, you see TCL is flashing. Now that means I've got to do a tub clean. The machine tells you this every 30 cycles and it's a reminder to keep things clean. But before you do it, there's a few things you need to do. So let's do that now. First one is the detergent drawer. And it's quite easy. You see if I pull and I just put my finger on the back here, then I can take that out. And I'm also going to want to take out the tray, which this actually comes out pretty easily. It just pops off like that, and so I can actually get in there. And you can probably see immediately I've got this scum. I've not been tracking my detergent use properly. Okay, so to clean the detergent tray, you're going to need some mild detergent, very liquid, hot water, and just to do a basic job, you can use a simple scourer. Take it up a level, throw in a brush, but if you want to do a pro job, you're going to need a pipe cleaner like this, because the only way to get into this crevice here, and mine with a pipe cleaner, mine did have mold and so on down there. You can see that is a tight fit even then, but it's a long way down. You can see it's come out pretty nice. I got a lot of mold off as well. That's clean down there. I can just put that in the drying rack. Again, same with this piece here. I'll just leave that to dry. Now, if you're wondering whether that's dishwasher friendly, I couldn't find that online, so I'm not going to take the chance, but let's keep going. Next step I can do is actually to get in here, and you can see I got some residue there. I'm going to have to clean that out, so let's do that now. Okay, so I've just put a bit of warm water and some very liquid or detergent in there. I'm going to use the brush and the plastic scour to try and get in at this. Okay, there's just a bit of stubborn suds, so let's have a go. Dunk that in there and just kind of move it, dislodge it a bit. It should come out. I can just take that out and then rinse it off. And I'm going to repeat that until it's gone. Okay, so just a quick update. I did end up finishing it off with a plastic scourer so I could get a bit more in there. And you can see all those caked suds and detergent is now gone. Brilliant. So on to the next step. So just to keep it authentic, I should probably leave this to drip dry, but I've actually just done it with a dishcloth, and so that looks pretty good to me. I've clipped that back in. Just notice that the end has the two tabs. That's the only real thing you need to pay attention to, and it clips in very easily. So that is clean. Compartment is clean, and I can just put that back in really simply and just press the tab down. There you go. Slide it in. So the next step now is I've opened the door. I've got to clean the seal and the door. Now you're going to see that I've neglected mine. Oh, I wish I'd cleaned this more often. But anyway, the official advice is to go for 1 part bleach and 3 parts water. You can also use white vinegar. So I've got a cup there, basically exactly that combination, but just of white vinegar. So go whichever you've got. If you do any stronger than that, you risk degrading the rubber and it wearing down quite quickly, so definitely want to do that. Now I've got myself a quick cloth here. You really want a spray bottle if you can get one, but I haven't got one to hand, so I'm just going to dab it in. You know, think about what you use. I was going to use a plastic scourer, but I'm worried that might also break the rubber, so I'm going to go for it quite soft and leave it for a while, and let's see. We should just put that in there, and let's get in here now. Hopefully you can't see this because it's kind of bad. I'll just get that in there. Now all kinds of stuff coming out. I'll pause as I do, but I'm going to go right the way around and then leave it for 15 minutes. Okay, so you get the idea. Use a spray if you can, but otherwise just go for the cloth. Okay, so I've done the inside of the seal there and given a good clean. I've also cleaned the inside of the door, which does get quite sticky. Just as a point to note, if you want to prevent the black mold build-up in your washing machine seal, there's a couple of things I've seen, and I've got a dedicated video, but one of the best things is to actually make sure you run it on a dry cycle every so often, because that actually, with this machine, the steam technology really does clean out that mold. I've noticed that comes out absolutely dry. And the other one is, if you're not using the dry cycle often, maybe in summer, is to actually then just make sure you open the door as soon as you finish washing, and those two should reduce the black mold, if not prevent it entirely. Okay, on to the next. Let's leave this for 15, and next step. Okay, for our next step then, we need to go down here. We need to drain the hose and take the lint out of the filter. Now, before you do this, and this is LG's recommendation, you put a tray of some kind under there. I've got a dirty grill pan that needs washing anyway, and I'm going to have to open that compartment. But I'll also do, I'll put a rag or a towel there to try and catch any water that might come out as well. Okay, so this was the one I used earlier. And let's just flick this catch open, and you've got some more instructions there if you want to follow, but I've just been checking with the LG website. So first we're going to do the hose, and don't pull it out too far. It's got a screw cap on the end, and then we're going to do the lint filter. So I'm going to try this with the one hand. I think I'm going to have to pause. This is a bit too hard, but basically I just twist that off. Water's going to come out for a few seconds, and I'll catch it in the tray and then put it back. Let me pause as I do that. Okay, so you can see that filling up with water. Hopefully this is going to be enough. Again, I'll pause. 30 seconds later, still going. Now this might depend on your machine, but you can hear it gurgling. I'll pause again. And it's starting to slow up now. And yeah, the grill pan has been absolutely fine. It's just a covering, but that's it. So I'll just take that cap, screw that back on again with two hands, and I'll just connect it, put it back in place in the compartment there. So that was easy enough. Literally just screwed that cap back on and clipped it back in as I found it. Next thing, now I want to take this filter out. Just turn it clockwise, excuse that. It's a bit stubborn at first. Just a couple of twists. And let's see what lint we've got in here. Okay. Oh, you can hear something dropping out. I'm just going to give that a once over with a brush. And again, some warm water, a bit of detergent. And that is my lint filter cleaned. Pause as I do that. Okay, so I've just removed the hair from the lint filter by hand and all the others, but there's some quite grimy stuff on here that I definitely want to get rid of. And I'm going to need a brush and a scourer and some warm water and detergent for that. So I'm going to pause as I do that, but look at that in there on that seal. Really yucky stuff. I'll pause now as I do it. Alright, so my lint filter can now go back in, just as we pulled it out. Just put it in. And then I'll just turn it clockwise, I think, to get it back in. Okay, and then that's just clicked, or it's at least stopped, and that is in place. So I've drained my water, cleaned my lint filter, and now we're ready for the next step, to actually run the tub clean cycle. Okay, so I've got rid of the water, push that in. And now we're on to our tub clean. Now there's a couple of different ways you could do this. You can do it with bleach. I think it's again 1 part bleach, 3 parts water. Depending on what you do, you'll put them in a different place, but I've actually gone for these tabs, you know, Calgon, designed specifically for cleaning my washing machine. And so I need to just take one of these and unwrap it, put it in the drum, as I'm going to do now. Now I've got a bit of conflicting advice. The Calgon says to just throw it on top of a wash cycle, but LG wants me to do a pure tub clean. So I'm just going to take the tablet, put it in the main washing compartment, and run the tub clean cycle. So let me close that, and let's see. Immediately it's telling me to do tub clean, so if I want to be sure I'm going to run that, I'll just long press on pre-wash. You see it's got tub clean below it, and if I press play, let's see. I'll pause as this counts. Okay, and the tub clean is ready to start. It's just counted, it's 1 hour 23, and from there we're going to have a very clean LG washer dryer. You can do the cleaning cycle with white vinegar, but again, as per the LG website, it says it's not going to be as effective as a commercial cleaning product. So if you want to do it on a monthly basis, maybe with white vinegar, that could work, and pour that directly in the drum, again in parts, as recommended on any website. So there we've got a clean LG washer dryer combo. If you want to check out my other videos on this, be sure to check them on the channel now, and I'll see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching.